trust that you are just, fine, doing amazing. All right, so on the general open banter, I already gave you a hint on what the focus, would be all about. But for those who are just tuning in, welcome on board. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be looking at whether or not the abolishment of graduation parties in kindergarten and basic schools can be justified. So I'm actually looking to having this conversation with parents, with caregivers, guardians, owners of schools, teachers, proprietors, principals, basically everyone. All right. So tell me what you make of this development. Now, a number of states have, and to Benue State specifically, the Benue State government is saying that this decision will reduce financial burden on parents and redirect the attention of these school children to the academic development or to the academic development. So now it is no longer news that across primary and secondary schools in Nigeria, the only time where the students, the pupils, they actually get exposed to parties, the only time they do those ceremonies would be at the end of every session, right? Vacation, then you graduate finally, and now work towards gaining or securing admission into tertiary institutions. But now, these state governments are saying that it's a little bit too much when you look at how these ceremonies are conducted. That is somewhat distracting the school pupils and students. So it has to be abolished so that it will reduce the financial burden on parents and also redirect attention to the academic development of children. Now, as a parent, you probably have like 3 or 4 children in, primary or basic school. It's always a spread, a flurry of fees from what. As a school owner, what do you mean? How do you feel about it? As a school owner, what do you mean? How do you feel about this? As a child, who's listening right now, how do you feel about this? As a parent, as a child who's listening right now, how do you feel about this? As a parent, as a caregiver, as a guardian, how do you feel about all of this? Some owners will say, this move is not really too decisive, or because maybe they use that as a revenue generation, strategy. Just maybe, I don't know, but just thinking that maybe that could be the case. So it might not really go down well with some quarters. But either way, received this decision, all this news, all this development, please call in and share your thoughts with us on 09087668888 or 09073530044. You can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Elder.
Nadia is my name.
Right, good to have you.
My sister, most of us who don't run away from your station, you will hear our voice again.
What's going on?
Somebody will stand for 1 hour. Somebody will continue talking there. At the end of the day, it's only 2 people you give time to call in and listen. And then 1 hour, you can't stay 1 hour, hear somebody talking. Instead of that 30 minutes where you were given to us to call before, you reduce it to only 5 minutes.
Oh.
After that, you bring advertisement. So you see many people calling in the morning. They are rather the other station. I beg make people adjust it.
Okay.
Give us more time to call.
All right.
This is FM is the most popular radio station in Abuja here.
All right.
In the morning, before 7 o'clock, you see. It is at 9 o'clock, you see. So I beg, make adjust it.
All right.
About of a fighting party, I think they have done the right thing. My sister, you didn't say one of my graduated from the judge. You didn't say I spent over 320,000 for graduation party.
Wow.
Not the money where I take the enter motor with my wife from Abuja to that place. See, the bank is good. But those are small students, where teacher monitor them, this and this. The money they are demanding for private school for graduation is too much.
Okay.
If they reduce it for good, but when the proprietor don't want to reduce it, as a bandit is okay. Anyway, where graduate, carry your certificate, come to your house. And then after graduating this for high institute, that's the place of occultic. All this occultic have a reason to attack the members. And then the way they organize it in that way, very kind way. Very kind way, the way they organize it. And then some of them sexual hotel. That's the deal that committing reality with somebody's name. And then from that, if you say, you get very nice with you, they'll come and kill you. So that's why the country have been built. So stop. And then stop it is okay. We spend lots of money for graduation. So that is where the stuff will help us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elder Onaja, for your contribution. All right, but our focus is limited to kindergarten and basic schools. All right, we're not really focusing on tertiary institutions right now. Whatever is going on across 9 tertiary institutions, it's on another level. I agree. But for those in primary, for those in nursery, for those in primary and secondary school, do you think that it is justified that the graduation party or parties or ceremonies, as it were, is now being abolished by some state governments? And do you think it's something that should be replicated across the federation? 09087668888 or 09073530044 are the numbers to call. You can also send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. And Elder, once again, thank you so much for the observation you made earlier. All right, I'm sure that the management will look into it and adjust necessary. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning again, my sister.
Okay, welcome back, Elder.
I have a daughter in science school here. I don't want to mention it.
Okay.
After Abuja here, when they went to do graduation, I know how much they cost us. I have one of my sons again, a science secondary school here. He's finishing coming 10. He's in SS3 now.
Oh, wow.
And then they don't give us what we go pay. We never pay for WAECO, never pay for any deal. But they are coming the money for graduation now.
Wow.
If the Minister of Federal Capital in Abuja here do it for us, we are going to be very happy because the money they are posting on is too much.
Okay.
And then you are there to pay, you are so much pay. Without pay, if they don't pay themselves, they can't give you guidance from his school unless you pay. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elder, for your contribution. And he's now calling on the FCT minister to, follow suit and also place a ban on graduation parties across nursery and basic schools in the nation's capital. I mean, we've seen Imo State, we've seen Edo State government, and also Benue State government, do the same. They've actually placed a ban, or they've abolished graduation parties, across these states. So, what do you think, as a school owner or as a teacher? What do you make of this? As a parent, as a student or a pupil that you are, what do you make of this? I mean, parents, I like to encourage you to have your children. After all, they are not. School is not actually in session right now, so allow them to call in and share their thoughts. Let them tell us how they feel about this development. Do you think at the end of the day, should we generalize this and replicate it across all states of the federation? This is going to have some sort of, toll on the mental health of our children? Do you think that would be the case at the end of the day, or we should just soft pedal a little bit, whilst going about these decisions? All right, and okay, I see a message right here. Okay, all right, so we have a voice note on the WhatsApp portal. Let's see if we can take a listen.
Good morning. This is Kelvin from Cuba.
Good morning.
So, I wanted to give my own part of contribution on this issue about federal government, or the government rather, state government rather, banning, abolishing this graduation party. To me, it's totally wrong. Very, very wrong, because you need to see the more positive side, because the positive side, I believe, is much more than the negative side. Like they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I totally disagree with this idea. This thing, these parties and these stuffs, they boost confidence of the children. There are other advantages that you should look at other than just looking at the disadvantages. Very wrong. Uh, that's just my own take about it. There is no.
All right, thank you very much. His thoughts are maybe we should just limit all of these parties to an end of year party or end of year activity or activities as it were across schools, as opposed to having graduation ceremony at the end of the session, and then at the end of the year you're still having another end of year party, of which parents are still going to pay money. Think about it. As a parent, would you want to put together how much you've spent on your child, or maybe you have like 4 of them, in primary or secondary school? So when it comes to paying for graduation fees and all of that, how much you've spent so far? Think about it. But the argument against abolishing graduation parties may include the fact that, if you abolish it, how are the students, how are their family going to create memories? Because I won't lie to you, my graduation picture, in fact, it's like a frame, in my father's sitting room. So whenever I travel home and I see it, I always reflect, oh, yes. Just like when I went for NYC in Sokoto State, I was actually sworn in as a core member. It's just to like create memories of, things or faces that I've actually been through as a person. Sometimes you would just want to reflect on your self-development journey, where you started from, where you are at the moment. All of these memories could just spur you to, stay determined, encouraged, and also look forward, for a brighter tomorrow. So abolishing it might affect the essence of creating memories between you as a parent, as a caregiver, and your child who is a pupil or student. So the conversation continues. Call us and tell us what you make of this. 09073530044 or 09087668888. Other numbers to call. You can also send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. To the parents, dear parents, how excited are you about this development? And do you think this should be replicated across the federation? Do you think so? A caller earlier, suggested that the FCT minister, should follow suit and place a ban on graduation parties in nursery and basic schools, in the FCT. All right, let's take this one. Hello and good morning to you.
Good morning, it's good.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Good from Otako.
All right. Could you please turn down the volume of your radio set?
Okay.
Have you turned it down?
Yes, I've done that.
Okay, please go ahead.
Retired teacher.
All right.
And this is my 17 or 18 years of retirement. We should not, the government or the school should do is to minimize the cost.
Okay.
Let them minimize the cost. It is too much. Do you understand?
Right.
I have my own grandchildren in primary school, secondary school, and it gives me joy. Many of them there have the
graduation parties. When you look at the what's it called now, the part where the pupils would have to